for her to appear. We are attempting, Rose and I are both creators on YouTube that do a lot of Watts videos. And wait, I think I see her. Anyway, so guys, this is Rose, and I met her over on Facebook or on YouTube, and she's a creator, a fellow creator, and she does a lot of Watts videos like I do. And we decided, because it's the 4th anniversary of the murder of Shanannwatts, Bellawatts, and Watts, and Watts.
Anyways, so I went there. I was on the front porch. I kind of looked in the house and kind of filmed around, and then turned around, trying to be careful, make sure there's no ice, because I'm like super paranoid, and I'm like, I'm not going to touch the wall. I'm like trying to avoid it, but then all of a sudden, as I am turning around to walk down the steps, I just got overwhelming sense of like, I just want to sit here and bawl on this first step. And I literally I didn't want to make a scene, but like I wanted to just sit there and mourn, you know, like on that front step. I just wanted to sit there like a baby wailing mourn and just sit down. But you can't do that. I was like, no, you can't do that. Keep it together. I touched the wall to kind of stable myself on the way down, and immediately pulled my hand back. I don't know why. It was just so close to like the garage, and it was just too intense. Touching it freaked me out so bad. As I took one more step, something fell off the roof and hit me in the head. I literally screamed out. I was like, ah, because I'm super like startled all the time. I always think there's somebody behind me. So it scared the crap out of me. I literally thought like somebody had hit me or something. And immediately I thought of, the house says, get the heck out of here, you know? And I took off, and I was like, okay, maybe I can't come back here. Like, it was a little intense for me because I had literally screamed. Let's just say there is something negative in the house that would probably make it happy. Is somebody going up and having extreme fright? I think that probably would be like a feeding energy into something that's probably not good. Do you know what I mean? Because here I am letting out all this energy and fear right at the front door. You know what I mean?
Do you think there's something negative in the house?
Yes.
You do? Okay.
Yep, 100%. I don't think you could snuff out a life without there being some sort of residual energy. And I don't think it's good energy when you snuff out a life that's innocent, especially when you snuff out a life that's doing a miracle, like a baby's life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think there's a special place in hell, especially for that. And I think that's like against the laws of the universe. You know what I mean? Like, you don't.
But he's definitely going to have to answer to something when he dies.
Yeah.
For that.
Yeah. Especially just evil and maliciously, you know? And I think bad, evil thoughts can just build into something more and more, and agitation, and then something feeds into that, and then all of a sudden it's like a ball of anger. And do you know what I mean?
Well,
like,
he
I think there's
said that there was some kind of evil. He believes there's some kind of evil that was going on.
And he says that dark things happened with her friends. He says that there's things that he isn't ever going to tell anyone that happened at her house. Like,
well, here's the thing. I think that because I do crystals, and they're actually, medical community is actually now using crystals to help with your mind and other parts of your body. Like, regular doctors are doing it. You know, they're doing magnetic therapy and stuff that was all supposed to be hocus pocus juju. So I think that's kind of what they were doing. I think that he was taking those patches, the Thrive patches. He was like 3 of them, and one of them was a double dose. So he was putting 3 patches on himself, and that whatever's in it, I can't ever say it right. I think it's guarana seed. You know, it starts with the G, guarana seed, and it's in almost all diet things, and it makes people, speeds you up, and for me, it just makes my anxiety like go through the roof. I can't take anything like that, and it makes me really kind of angry. You know, like I get like angry, and so I think that was adding to whatever was going on with him. I really believe that.
Oh yeah. And he was only sleeping like 3 hours a night.
Yeah.
So imagine somebody who probably for months had slept 3 hours a night on average. So probably sometimes he didn't sleep. Can you imagine what that would do to your like head? You know what I mean? That's for your brain to kind of settle down.
Yeah. And
I think
he probably started getting weird thoughts because of all of this. Like this would
Yep.
be easier to do, which
Yeah.
I'm not condoning it at all. This is, even I wouldn't kill anybody on guarana seed, but you know what I mean? Like, I think that he had just bottled everything up for so long.
I think so too.
And I'm not even thinking he bottled it up with just Shanann. I think his mother, we should do a whole live on his mother.
We should.
Yeah. So that energy, his energy, weird energy, probably is left over in there.
I think so too. And like I try not to. I definitely have like my own personal beliefs that I definitely don't try to put on other people. But I do believe in like a higher power and good and bad, and I do believe in, you know, yin and yang. There's good. So because there is a God, there has to be something on the other side, I think, to balance, you know, things out. And I believe the Bible, I would say I like have mostly Catholic beliefs, but I wasn't at all raised in any sort of religion. So
well, the Catholic belief is what Sandra Rusick is. So she's Catholic. Yeah. Or maybe the whole family is Catholic.
Yeah, and I think that they had a Catholic service and everything.
Yes, I put up some videos of the service. It's definitely Catholic.
Yeah. Oh, it's devastating. But like my beliefs are, there are bad ideas that'll pop into your head, and you can either choose to kind of go with it and let it expand in your head and think about it, or you can choose. Because everyone thinks of bad things, you know, like, I want to punch that girl in the face. And then normal people are like, I'm not going to do that. That's crazy. Like, nobody does that. But if you let that go and it keeps telling you, oh, I should do, you know, something bad, or like your conscience doesn't come into play, you know, like, I don't know. I just really think that there is something dark around him that he let in with anger, or, do you know what I mean?
He could have. Well, I put up a video of him with Metallica, and I don't think, like, listening to music makes you evil or whatever, but he was chanting a Metallica. What was it? What was he chanting? Obey your master? He's chanting that. Obey your master.
Yeah. And have you been to those? Yeah, at the concert is when it was, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So everyone in the whole concert is chanting,
Obey
you know? And yeah, all the energy of all of that, and I don't think it matters really necessarily what you listen to, but
my thing fell. Darn.
Sorry, it still looks good with the red light coming up, so it looks good. But where was I, hon?
We were talking about obey your master and chanting it.
Oh, yeah, I think he was using it like as if he had like resentment in his heart, I think he was using that like as his, like, you know, when Alanis Morissette, when you're pissed off at a guy who has broken up with you, that's your go-to, you know, like the angry music, and it's cathartic, and you can say crappy stuff, and it's gone. But I think he put his energy into the songs to where he was like, you know, obey your master. Like, he let it go in, you know, and he was probably really into it. Do you know what I mean?
Probably when you're already dealing with negativity and something wrong, listening to that kind of music doesn't help.
Yeah, like eggs you on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people are more susceptible to what's the word where you like?
I know what you're saying. They're
suggestion.
susceptible to outward influences, but I know
Yes,
what you're saying.
exactly.
I don't know the rest of them.
Yes, exactly. And I don't think he was ever a super great guy.
You're my music, but you tear me to pieces. So where does it come from?